And welcome to episode 135 of Two Idiots Reading Comics. Today we're talking about Saga, Volume 10. Back to great, sweet old Saga. Go ahead and hit like, share, subscribe. Mostly subscribe and share. Tell your friends, subscribe. Tell your friends, share, subscribe. And leave a rate and review if you're on a podcast. But that helps us out a lot and helps us hit all the sweet algorithms. But you're not here for that. You're here for the show. Let's get into the show. And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ron Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. This is Two Idiots Reading Comics, and today we're back in the glorious world of Saga.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's just
3 long years.
not for us.
In the comic it has.
Oh yeah, but it felt like putting on your favorite pair of underwear,
Yeah, dude, it was
your favorite pair of jeans,
honestly
your favorite hoodie.
just like starting this up with Saga.
It
Volume
felt
10,
like,
it was
you know, when
literally
you're-
just dropping back into the story.
You know, when
It
you're
was-
just chilling in your bed and like it's, you ever had that moment in time where you're just like, there's no possible way I could be more comfortable than I am right now.
Yeah.
Whether you're in a
Yeah.
recliner or a bed.
Yeah.
And usually that's about 5 seconds away from someone fucking it up.
Whether
Whether
be
it be-
married,
whether-
be married,
Whether it's that or like you have to go pee or
or
something.
pets.
Yeah. That's what it felt like to be back in Saga.
It did. Man, it was quite blissful to be back in here.
I don't even remember what I was supposed to ramble on about right now. So I think we might just go ahead. And it's 1 a.m.
It's getting pretty fucking close to 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I do have one ramble.
Okay. I
and
think
it
you have
has to do with Saga.
Okay, well then that's not ramble because it's part of the story.
Well,
You want to credit people first?
Yeah, I'll credit some folks. Of course, we've got our lovely our writer, Brian K. Vaughan, artist, Fiona Staples, and lettering and design by Phonographics.
Yes.
Yeah, so then,
This is obviously not.
chief editors.
This is obviously not Volume 10. We
No,
do not
it's
have a
Volume
paper
10.
copy of Volume 10.
Yeah.
Now that I have all 3 of this, you have the first 2?
First 2. Yeah, and I've got 3 will be coming shortly.
So just need volumes 11 and 12 to come out, and then they can go ahead and make a glorious number, another one of these.
Oh, my ass will get that. That'll be a very first printing. That'll be a first printing that I get that shit.
You're like so obsessed with first printings.
I know, it's so weird.
I don't think it matters except for like the floppies. It doesn't, because these are all.
I know you're right.
These are all considered reprints.
Like, I know you're right. I know that it only matters with the original.
Yeah.
But it's just in my head. I don't know.
Because it's all considered reprints.
Yeah, the whole thing is considered a reprint.
Like, I don't even know where to find that information.
No, this is considered a first printing.
Okay, cool.
So somehow this
does
came
not
out
add
in
value.
17 and it's still the first print. So that means they never sold out of
I guess.
the originals.
Yeah.
Because our TMNT The Last Ronin is already up to the 3rd printing of the hardcover.
Or TMNT did not.
What it means is
that or they did not print enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you can say, like, okay, Saga may have printed 2,000, and they just haven't sold 2,000.
No.
And TMNT sold maybe printed 500,
and
they sold them, and they're like, okay, well, there's enough that we'll print again. They printed 500 more, print again, print 500 more.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is, no, it doesn't matter.
No.
But.
And you know what? I just remembered what I was going to ramble on about. But it is too late in the night to have that discussion. We will have that little teaser for next episode, next month. I'll put it in the
You
Google.
better write it
I'll
down
put it
somewhere.
In the Google Doc.
Because I will. I won't
Lord,
know.
I hope I didn't rip our... I will. Oh, well. Talk while I do something.
But no, going back to Saga, what's wild is that you and I read the first 3 volumes.
How hard it is to spell February.
February.
Exactly. And I think I did it right on the first time.
Yeah. What's wild is you and I read Saga so far after it originally came out.
Yeah.
and we were kind of behind on the craze that was Saga. But because of that, we now get to flow right into Volume 10. It's been like 3 years since the Saga we originally read ended. And now Volume 10 is out, and it's kind of picked up in the real world where we left off. Like, 3 years have advanced between Volume, I guess, 9 and Volume 10.
Dude, what is?
What are you doing?
I can't minimize the window.
It's going to be up here on the left.
I did, but there's no... Oh, wait, green. I thought the yellow was
No,
minimized.
green.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it's backwards when it's full.
Yeah, then there's... See, I never go full complete screen.
Well, I do since it's up the whole time.
Different people.
I also don't like it being on the left side.
Oh, I just don't mind that.
Yeah.
I literally just need to look at the calendar since you were specific about dates. But yeah, didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead and go back to whatever you were saying.
But
2-7, got it.
I did, because it has been a time since we finished with Volume 9. I went back and caught up. Didn't reread, just skimmed, hit the highlights. You went cold turkey?
I went cold
you
turkey.
Straight into the fucker?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And like, I remembered most of it.
I would have if I'd read
And it does a good job of like mentioning the important stuff.
It is. I did forget that the will ripped off Prince Robot's head.
Yes, that's what I couldn't remember if the person who had like Will as a slave killed Robot.
No.
I knew Will killed Marco, but I thought the weasel face lady killed.
He got away.
Robot.
The Will got away from the weasel face.
Yeah.
Weasel face killed one of the editors. The other editor boyfriend kills the weasel, which then traumatizes, which we get to learn in this, traumatizes the prince, little squire, what they call the squire. He will not talk anymore with his facial reactions.
I thought you were going into the story about your mom.
Oh, well, in the story of the part. Either way.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, why are we like breaking down the story right now?
So, all right, backtrack a little bit.
Because we talked about how you had the hardcover.
So,
this is why we shouldn't have the Google.
So, for Christmas, I sent my mom, my thing
wish
this
list.
past year has been, I've gone on Amazon and I've been creating the save for later folder of deluxe editions, hardcovers of comics, omnibuses and such.
Oh, they didn't want to fork up the money for an omnibus.
Well, I didn't even send them an omnibus because I knew that wasn't happening. They paid for Disney. They didn't pay for Disney, but they gave us gift cards for Disney to buy shit. So she needed something else to fill the last little void of stuff. She got all of us a little something small. So I sent her all 3 volumes of Saga, just because it was in the queue. She would not buy me the Saga Volume 1 because there was an alien sucking on a woman's breast.
Yes.
And I had to then inform her that was not the worst thing that happened in that story.
Not at all.
That being, it took you that long to type that out.
Well, I had to go look at the date. Since
Either
you
way.
dated everything.
That was not the worst thing in the comic.
Not
and she
at all.
immediately, like, I got home, she gave me the present, I
Yeah.
opened it, and I was so happy because
And then she berated you.
how long we've been talking about Saga.
Well, I
You've
have
had
all
them
3.
for
Yeah.
fuck knows how long. I want them in my collection.
Mhm.
Haven't done it because I'm a cheap son bitch.
Yeah.
And I open it. I'm happy. I'm like, well, shit, I got to get number 1 now.
Yeah.
Immediately ordered it. Came in today.
Yeah. You didn't order 3?
Well, I ordered 1 and Wild the Last Man.
Okay.
And that was my budget for the day. And then
For the day?
Well, for the day.
So tomorrow you're going to order?
Tomorrow I might order it. I had to
Yeah.
get a paycheck first Friday.
Oh, okay.
And my raise will have happened at the time of this release, and I will probably abuse the ever loving hell out of that.
Yeah.
Until the baby gets here, then the baby will abuse the ever loving hell out of me.
Yeah.
Either way. So my mom, I open it in front of my mom, my grandparents, my uncle, my sister, her fiance,
Yeah.
my wife, all that, and then I'm just happy because it's fun. It's one of the favorite stories we've
I mean,
ever
it's
read.
good ass story.
It's one of the favorite. It's a hardcover. It'll
Yeah.
always be in my collection.
Like,
And-
what's up with this Asian baby?
And I
They
opened
probably
it.
use the C word though.
My mom was just like, she went to the spiel of, I would not buy it because it was a woman, it was a kid breastfeeding on the cover. That's so disturbing and all that shit. And my dad and my granddad both looked at
Should
me
have seen the
like,
ball sack monster.
my dad and my granddad both looked at me like, what's wrong?
It's
And
an
I went,
alien
I
breastfeeding.
was like, don't worry, I'll show you. I'll show you in a little bit.
You want to see
um,
cartoon nudity?
Literally, we start this with Prince Robot's child being birthed.
Nice.
It's literally,
At least it wasn't like the.
it's literally that
Oh Lord.
is the first fucking page. Is the first read.
God,
of the
I
page.
forgot about that.
And I open it, and my mom's like, "I will not see whatever you're about to show them." And
Mom, you've been through that.
I crack the seal and I flip it open. My dad just goes, "Huh, you're right. You don't want to see this." And I was just like,
What is it, bud?
My mom was
It's
like,
a TV coming out of a vagina.
I was like, Mom, if you only knew that the fucking cover was the most tame thing
Yeah.
in this comic,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have bought me this one.
Oof. Speaking of which,
The
Volume
Will,
10?
The Will has sex with the
Spider Lady.
the Spider Lady,
Oh.
the Marco cheats on Alana. Well, almost cheats on Alana. Alana's fucking the dude while she's high.
Yeah.
You had the plant lady
Did
that
Robot
burns
4
herself to death.
Did Robot 4 pop up the gay porn on this one?
Well,
On the
you
screen.
have Marco about to eat Alana's ass.
Nice.
Oh, dude, this was a pretty bad one. I mean, this was.
Speaking of which, Volume 10.
You've got the transgender one in here.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of
Wait, was
which,
that twice? That's the same feed twice. Interesting. That's the same.
We're not
Sorry,
reviewing- we're not here to review your hardcover Volume 2.
go ahead. I'm listening.
Speaking of which, Volume 10 starts off very strong back with all these same themes.
Sex Planet.
Once you get past the suicide bombing in the first few pages,
Dude.
you then see Alana's tits talking about she's selling
selling
formula,
on the
but
fucking
also
street.
selling fadeaway.
Yeah, didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I should have, but didn't.
Then after that, the Will and
That motherfucker
Gwendolyn.
survived.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He shoved. Marco shoved his fist into his throat.
Forgot about that.
And then somehow Will stands up and shoves his fist through Marco's back.
Gets back with Gwendolyn, who a couple I cheered.
Immediately.
A couple I cheered for are now like very diabolical, and I don't like.
I
them
don't like
anymore.
it. I mean, Gwendolyn went straight to the, no, you're going to fuck me now.
Yeah,
Like,
and we're gonna kill this fucking family once and for all.
yeah.
Yeah. So much for my hopes that Marco would be alive, though.
Oh, dude, I had very high, like, I was,
like, there's no
for the first,
way.
like, however long it took to get to the point, like, he
Yeah.
holds Marco's skull up. I was like, Marco's alive. They didn't show his death. They just show a hole in his chest.
They showed a very
They showed a
hard
hole
to,
in his chest.
They showed a very hard situation to write yourself out of.
Yeah, but then they went to, like, he was dreaming of being with his daughter, and it's like, okay, we're good. Here's a skull. Fuck.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I did not want to like
Beelzebub, not Beelzebub, but
I didn't want to like
the bee dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I hope he comes back.
Yeah, I didn't want to like him. Now I want him.
I
he's
want him
cool.
to stay.
As soon as they were like, "Oh, he's not actually the stepdad," and I was like, "Sweet, let's go."
Like, I don't want him to be the
Now.
stepdad now.
That dude's got a. I want to know his backstory.
Yeah, they're like it's so bad. Like, even
he just doesn't wanna get out.
Alana was like, yeah, I dropped bombs on civilians. He's like, there's worse things than death. I'm
Yeah.
like, please tell.
Yeah, and then they
Please
also
tell.
had like their secret codes for each other. That was
Yeah.
badass.
Now, what I didn't like.
Yo, fuck that pirate dude.
Oh, I kind of like the pirate dude.
Not when he said he was gonna rape the children
Now,
to death.
that
I was like, dude, that's too far. Fuck you.
that went too far. Even Alana's like, dude,
Yeah, no.
beats him upside the head with the glass jar.
Damn, I can't believe she got her wings removed though,
Well, I mean,
and somehow left no scars.
did not see that they were going back to
The
creepy wolf
in
woman
world
thing.
or whatever her name is.
Yeah, in whatever it was.
Bro,
She was fucking creepy still.
when they showed Gus playing with a little kid,
I thought they were eating him.
I was like, y'all better leave Gus alone.
I thought they were eating
Where
him.
is Gus? No.
That's
What's
right.
really
Where's
scary?
Gus?
When Gale, the secret wing agent, and he throws down, here's his last known companions,
Yeah.
and they throw Gus, I was like, no,
No.
not Gus.
No. That means they're gonna go after the
I
seal,
know.
the walrus.
Did the walrus die?
No, the walrus didn't die.
Okay.
The walrus was still with
They showed
them.
him the flashback. I was like, I can't remember if the walrus dies.
I don't remember seeing the walrus die. But yeah, Gus is still alive. The
Yeah.
fucking
I can't.
editor
yeah.
and the transgender.
Yeah.
They're all still alive.
Yeah.
And so is Marco's mother that's in prison that he almost Geralted? Is that what it's called when you
Choke.
do the
I
chain around the throat?
I don't know the proper terms. He
Either
almost
way,
murdered her.
the motherfucker pulls out his watch that's got a fucking
Full of razor blades.
razor
which
wire
is-
chain
Jesus
and what
Christ.
goes to kill her.
Yeah.
And luckily, an actual landfalling soldier steps in.
Yeah.
She's
Who has
gotta
a
get the fuck
tattoo
out.
of the
She's gotta
same
get the fuck
author.
out. Yeah, with
They've all bonded over what's his face.
the Cyclops dude.
Yeah.
She's got to get the fuck out.
Yeah. Bro.
Best thing.
You know,
Best thing.
do you think guitar and bass become, or guitar and drums become actual friends, like parts of the family?
No, because reading Hazel's side notes.
Oh, yeah.
Hazel's side notes have been very accurate,
Bro. How
which
did it
means
break your
Alana
heart
will die.
when that tree,
Alana's coming to die.
when that tree catches on fire,
Dude, that hurt. That
and
hurt.
she screams, "Daddy!" Did that like
That hurt.
that was another? I think that was one thing I was going to bring up. I almost forgot. Obviously, in between us last reading Saga and us reading Saga now, you found out you're having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And at the core of this story is a family struggling to survive.
Uh-huh.
Did it read differently? Or did you feel differently?
I don't know. Not yet.
Granted, it didn't help that the dad's dead. So
I don't think. I think because we had read
Read?
so much
yeah.
already, the characters were already their own,
Mm-hmm.
that it didn't translate to my current situation. So I still read it as Hazel's demise, Hazel's loss,
Yeah.
Hazel's. I still read it as their losses
Yeah.
instead of like feeling connected to the
When
death.
she
It still
screamed-
hurt like a motherfucker.
When she screams "Daddy," and then you're like, "Oh, the tree became part of the family,"
The
and
tree was family.
she pictured that, and like it could have been some weird.
Well, you know, she kept saying like,
It could have
as
been
I
some
get
weird wraith
older,
magic.
as I get older, my dad feels more connected to
Yeah.
me, and like even when
The
I
tree
get even
is like
older,
part of the family now, and it's like letting her sneak
yeah,
out.
and
And
I was just
stuff.
like, oh,
Dang,
fuck.
it was part of Marco in the tree.
Now, I've got an odd suspicion that I don't think the landfallen special agent has caught them yet. I
I don't think so.
have an odd feeling.
I have no
that
idea
it
who
is
set the tree on
guitar
fire.
or bay or
Or
whatever the
drums.
frog drums. I have an odd.
I hope it's not drums. He seems cool.
The frog one?
Yeah.
The froggy dude? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an odd suspicion
The
it's
chick
one
that
of the,
sold out the bee guys.
I think it's
I think it's
odd-
pirate.
Sold out the bee dude. Which one sold out the bee dude? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, she went to the captain,
He's
and then
like,
the
"Hey,
captain said
I've
he
heard
was,
some things, and
yeah.
that guy fits the description.
I have a sneaking suspicion it was one of the two of them. I don't think that they
I
have
think
been
it's
caught
pirate.
up to yet.
I
Huh.
think it's pirate.
The skipper,
Yeah.
the one with the horn, like the
Yeah.
Mooney with the horns. I think it's somebody they currently know.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the special agent or
I don't know. This could also be like
the tree just could have
This-
caught fire.
this. Also, I could see it's either the pirate guy or it's another one of their weird time skips where like, oh, we're here like 6 months later, and we're like
And now the tree
just
burned.
now, or no, we're just now starting to get back on our feet from being homeless.
Oh, you talking about the next volume?
Yeah.
Or like the next issue?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure that's what happens.
Because they tell them in volumes of 3, kind of. I think.
Oh yeah, the story arcs are kind of in threes.
They
No,
kinda
yeah.
do.
So the next volume won't jump that far. Then the next volume
That's true.
should pick up pretty close.
But I think there's going to be a tiny time jump. Like
There'll be a small,
like half a year maybe.
there'll be a small jump, but it won't be.
She
crazy.
won't be like suddenly 14.
Yeah, it'll definitely be of. Well, we had to figure out how to live on this planet we're
Yeah.
currently on.
That or they're finally like about to have enough money to buy another ship.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. But
'Cause,
watching
like,
the tree.
The good news is apparently she sold half their inventory. So
Well, yeah,
the
then
baby formula.
Yeah, but it does no good when you got to spend it on a multi-million-dollar ship.
Yeah, but at least could have been like she had no money,
Mm.
and then she still
Where's
has the
rest of
money
the inventory then?
on the ship.
Yeah, so it's gone. So she can't make more money.
Okay, but yeah, she has the money from selling drugs. I mean, she went from like having no money to having like,
Oh,
The
she got 50
30K,
grand.
yeah,
No, she got
50K.
50K.
and then
From
now
the-
she sold half her inventory. So I don't
She
know.
might
I don't know what a
could get
spaceship
ship.
runs.
Yeah.
But
But losing that ship was like, and especially the way the story, this volume started, was definitely the ship is part of the family. The ship
Yeah.
isn't just a ship. It's
Yeah.
opening to Hazel
Yeah.
getting in. Then Hazel asks it a question and it responds.
Yeah.
And
damn, bro.
so, what was
And
the most?
And Squire likes Hazel.
Yeah, a little more than he should.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of like a step brother, step sister thing. It's all wrong, but
Still frowned upon.
it's definitely frowned upon.
Unless you go look on Pornhub, then it's everywhere.
Well, we stay away from that. That can't be real life.
I thought you were talking about Pornhub. I was like,
No,
you have to stay away from Pornhub.
Yeah. I mean, she makes what I've enjoyed reading is Hazel's side comments, and this volume 10 did a lot
She does seem like she's learned a bit.
of
She
side
got
comments.
some life. She got some life experience.
And
to
in
her.
one of those side comments, they're playing that weird game. It's almost like air hockey, but they stuck their arms
Yeah.
in and there's creatures. And she goes, "We won't play this game again for 9 years."
and the stakes
And
are,
the
gonna be
stakes
a
are
lot
much
higher.
higher.
I hope Squire doesn't turn on her.
He's gonna turn.
No. Because the whole thing is, well,
He's gonna.
the Robot Kingdom doesn't know that their grandchild is out there.
Yeah, they don't even know if he's alive.
Yeah.
All they know
but
is
they
that
know-
they finally found Robot 4's head
Yeah.
and body parts,
And they found like the
and the
killer.
king's fucking his bodyguard woman.
I didn't get that impression.
Did you not pay attention to the fact that she grabbed him and held him in an
It
embrace
was-
before the gator dude ran in?
That was weird, but I didn't get that
Oh.
impression.
Definitely screwing her.
Oh, well. Now they're like out to like, apparently
And how many fucking sides are playing each other right now?
Gwen's whole thing is like, let's get the Robot Kingdom on our side.
Flip
go
from
give
the
him this
landfall
gift.
into the Moonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we call them Wraith? Moonies.
I always forget what they are.
Right,
It's
well,
Wraith.
Moonies
Wraith
is
is
the-
what
The moon.
Marco
people.
was
Yes.
with the horns.
Yes.
What was the landfalling called? It's not called landfall.
It is landfall.
I
They're
thought
the
the
people with the
landfall was
wings.
the slang
No.
like moon.
Landfall
was.
is how we remembered that. Oh, that's the planet, and then the moon is Wraith. They don't have a derogatory term. Moonies is a derogatory term.
Mooney's the derogatory
I
term.
know it's made up, but it
Makes
someone-
you
it's
feel
just-
icky.
makes me feel icky.
Makes you feel icky. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stop.
That's offensive that you use that voice.
And it made me feel creepy myself.
Yeah.
Not as creepy as watching the special agent tied to a cross, an X in his living room, and his superior walks in.
Everybody's got their own thing, though.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, she's like, "Oh yeah, I
And
can
your
let you
mistress is
join your
fucking
mistress and dead in the
dead in
next
the
room." And I'm
bathroom.
like, he's like, "You know what?
How the
I'll
fuck
help."
How'd he get out of that if she didn't let him out? He was.
It's a good question. She
tied
did
up.
walk out.
I was like, damn, how's he gonna get out of there?
He got into it.
If you want the, well, I imagine the mistress put him in it.
Well,
And then walked into a separate room.
She walked in the door and he was acting like it was the first. I don't know. I don't want to understand how he got into that and got out.
I imagine the mistress put him into it, left to go do something in the other room and also build tension. And then the boss lady killed her, and then she walked in. And then did not let him out. So unless, hopefully they're in a hotel and someone came and got
The maid walks in.
Yeah, pretty much. Which still, like, how's he not framed for murder? Unless he has to kill the
next
man.
room.
I don't know.
Either way, what was also odd is like he kills the dude that can make the spell to find the next of kin, so to find Marco's mom.
Yeah.
And he feels bad about shooting the fish.
Yeah. That fish didn't do nothing.
He shot a hole in the tank. If it hadn't shot the fish would have died from no water.
He could have gotten it out in time.
I don't think he would have, though.
Well, not if it's got a hole in it.
If it didn't have a hole, if the fish didn't have a hole in it, I don't think he was going to take care of the fish with an emptying tank.
I think he would have. I mean, if he's feeling sorry for it.
I don't know. I also didn't like that Hazel, when she was talking about stepfathers, that's not the worst a father figure we would have, and it immediately cut to him. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, did you catch that part?
No.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I hope to God I'm wrong, but
You think he slow plays it like that?
I think he's going to play it. And I think that's how Alana's going to die.
You're mean, you know?
I am mean, and I hate it, but I think that's how
This is
Alana's going to die.
the book that does mean things to people.
Yeah, as we literally watched the ship that we love to burn.
Yeah.
But she does. She's talking about B as a father figure, and she goes into, yeah, he won't be the worst father figure we know, and it literally, as she's saying it, it's him tied to his sex ex.
That sucks.
If he becomes,
I hope that doesn't
if he
happen.
worms his way into it, I'm going to be very upset.
I hope that doesn't. Lion Cat's back though. And
He is.
watched them.
They made a point to say that.
Yeah,
I think Lion Cat likes watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about Lion Cat not being allowed to be in the presence of kings, the monarchy?
Yeah, because
we
can't discredit the king.
No, that's the best part. That's a great play. It was like, yeah, he can't be around the monarchy. It's like, oh yeah, because we know they lie out their fucking ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so back hooked.
I know.
I'm
like,
so fucking hooked.
I don't know when the next volume comes out. So, I'm sure we could Google it. I've already spent enough time Googling today.
I'm so fucking back hooked into this. I didn't know how much I enjoyed Saga.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Until it was like gone. Like oh yeah, we aren't worried. We aren't gonna read it anymore. What? Is volume 11 already out? Or did you just spoil something?
No. This says eBay Saga. Oh wait, no, that's Saga number 11, not volume 11.
Okay, I was about to say.
Because it said one. It said get by 117. I was
Okay,
like, oh.
so there's Saga number 50. That was at the end of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
No. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 is out currently.
They usually do 6 in these.
61 came out on January the 25th. It's coming out on January the 25th.
Amazon does not even have a listing for Saga Volume 11, so sad day. Sad day, bad day.
So Volume 10 came out on October the 5th.
Yeah, it was October.
But it won't tell me...
Yeah, I don't even think they have listings for Volume 11 yet.
Well, it won't even tell me what was in Okay, collect sagas 55 through 60.
And what comes out?
Hang on, give me a second.
Oh, Lord.
So 55 through 60. 61 just is coming out this month.
Oh, we got time.
Yeah.
We got a ways away.
So we've got another probably end of the year.
And this is why I switched from paper trades back to floppies.
Yeah.
And this is why I switched to that.
Yeah. So
Sad.
end of the year, we can probably get you volume 11.
Sad day, bad day.
Probably by the third, fifth month of the year.
Yeah.
There's 5 weeks of the year, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Third 5 weeks of a month. Yeah.
I don't know. Speaking of a new year, though, our segment for today. Favorite things from 2022.
All right.
I don't want. We can do movie, comic book, video game.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay.
That work?
Yeah.
You can do them in any order as they come.
You want to do a draft?
Similar to a
Ish.
draft, but we don't have to worry about taking from each other.
Okay.
And then round 5, something we're looking forward to this year.
All right, we can do that.
I'll start off my favorite movie from this year. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. The best multiverse movie to come out in the year 2022. Fuck it, Doctor Strange.
Huh?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I've talked about this a million times on the show.
Oh, yeah. I got what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Best multiverse movie came out last year. And Doctor Strange can suck it. So
Oh, Doctor Strange can really suck it.
yeah. So I don't know what you're typing, but
No, I'm just getting ready to write down a few things for us.
why we don't need these?
You don't want to keep these?
No, why would I?
That's fucking fine.
I thought you were having to Google something. Because you get quiet and then I have to fill dead air.
Yeah, you were talking, so I was doing.
We're gonna write it down.
Yeah, I was going to tell you. I was going to do our top 22. Or
Why?
whatever.
We don't need it.
Fine. Where can you watch Everything, Everywhere, whatever?
You can rent it on Amazon right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have not seen it.
It's amazing. Set out. It's a solid 2 hour 45 minutes. So
Shit, no
But
worse
it
than whatever
is-
the Avatar movie is right now.
fuck Avatar.
That I
I heard-
still don't
Hey,
like.
guess what? I heard the story sucked again.
Woo!
Cool digital.
Still don't understand how the first one actually is the highest grossing movie of all time, and it's just because it was CGI.
Yeah.
The story didn't get it. It was
Pocahontas.
literally just the fucking CGI.
Pocahontas. I
Oh,
heard-
and he's already talking about the next one's fire. So if you've
It
caught
sounds
on,
like-
it's earth, water, and fire so
Yeah.
far. Oh, and shocker, I wonder what the fourth one's going to be.
air.
Yeah, no, it's air, water, and fire. Next one will be earth
Oh,
after
okay.
fire. Either way, mine is going to be Saga came back.
You're not good at improvising, are you?
I am not, but it is. I mean,
So that was your comic of the year, Saga Volume 10? It's fine. You can
yeah,
take it.
Saga Volume
Okay.
10. Yeah, Saga came back. Man, it was
And it
gone
could
for
be
3
something
years.
you just read it this year for the first time.
Oh, I've got a couple of those too.
Well, you only get one comic book slot, so
Well, that was the comic book slot.
yeah. Let's see. My video game of the year.
Ooh.
Probably God of War Ragnarok. Elden Ring got a lot of stuff. I don't have the time to put in.
Man,
To
dude,
get
they're
good at
talking
Elden
about, they're
Ring.
talking about like you got to put in like 30, 40 hours
First
before
off,
you even get like
The Dead Soul games, which is this same studio, are incredibly hard.
yeah, it's
And
not it's
then
not something you can just hop into
they
and go
really-
have fun.
Do not hold your hand at all. through the
No.
story. You have to figure shit out. And I'm just like, I bought the game. I played it for a little bit. I was like, I don't have the time to put
Elden
into
Ring.
this.
So you have Elden Ring?
I have Elden Ring.
Oh, geez.
I played it for maybe an hour.
Oh, that ain't nothing.
No. And I'm just like, I don't want to put in the time to get good at this. and I don't want to have to put in that much effort.
And
And
I've heard you
I
can put in
agree.
like 30 plus. Like
I'm not one of these people that are like, oh, it's too long and it's too hard.
no. I want a long.
I
solo.
like challenging.
Yeah.
I like challenging games. It's just where I'm at in life. I'm like, I'm not going to put in the time for this, so I'm not going to get super invested.
No.
But God of War Ragnarok, that was probably my game of the year.
Mine is going to be the Lego Star Wars Complete Collection.
Interesting.
Because yes, it's not a challenging game. It's not crazy, but I grew like the first bullshit game I got was Lego
Star Wars,
the
original
trilogy, like 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Was one of the first Lego games I ever got.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Were you mad that it
vividly.
wasn't the prequel trilogy? Because I was. Because that was my Star Wars, was the prequel trilogy. I'm like,
The OG.
why the fuck aren't the prequels in here?
Oh. No, see, I knew what I got in the original game
Yeah.
was that it was 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
And then now growing up, like, I bought 7 when it came out, the Lego game, but they didn't make one for 8 and 9. So this got to create more content and got to create an 8 and 9 movie.
Yeah.
That's my favorite of the year.
Yeah. Comic book. I will probably go. What was my favorite comic book this year
That we read or just period?
that I've read for the first time? I'm sure there's some other. I mean, I'm sure there are some real contenders, especially on this show. But honestly, recently, that Comixology original, I told you about Census with Mark Bernardin, where he's
where
like
in New York and he's
Yeah.
going after leprechauns and dragons,
like all these mythological
Yeah.
creatures that live in. Yeah, that is like just a fun read,
Interesting.
and it's only. I don't know if it's a 5 issue miniseries or they only planned 5 right now, but I think 4 out of 5 are out right now.
okay.
Just a quick fun read.
I'm gonna go with my book recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. So recently, had a Luke Skywalker and Lando Calrissian team up. It's post episode.
Orlando.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
post episode 6.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Rey is like 6 years old in the book.
She's in it.
She's in it, and it's her mom and dad running. It's their story
Uh-huh.
where she's running from her folks are running from the Sith acolytes
Mhm.
and the dude that kills her, and it's Luke and Lando like finding out that something is happening to this family, not
Mhm.
understanding that it's Rey,
Alright.
and understanding but that there's this Sith planet, which is where Exegol,
Yeah.
and they're trying to get to Exegol, save these folks, and nothing ever lines up. Everything
Wow.
stays.
So it's like a series of unfortunate events for Star Wars.
Yeah. It's like everything stays separate. Like, yes, the New Republic has interacted with the family.
Yeah.
Luke and Lando know that, but they can't get to the family. And the family knows they need to stay away from Exegol, and they get away from Exegol, but they want to go to Exegol.
It's pretty interesting.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's not one of the greatest, but it's fun. It was a fun read this past year.
Yeah. Considering like books, I stopped and started a lot.
I was about to say you definitely I gave you some suggestions
But-
with Star Wars. You started Game of Thrones.
Right before, literally on Christmas break, there's a book called The Gunslinger. You remember Dark Tower, the movie with Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba?
Yes.
That is a series by Stephen King called The Dark Tower. The Gunslinger is the first one in it.
Okay.
I read it literally within 3 days, right before New Year's, like 3 or 4 days.
How much
250
fast time did you say?
256 pages.
Impressive.
It's really not. I mean, that's like Harry Potter book 1 levels.
I mean, still, I don't read fast.
But I
that's
mean, I
impressive.
don't. You know, I don't read fast.
That's impressive.
But like once you get like a couple like sections in, because he does like 70-page chapters. Like the first chapter
I hate
one
that
is
so much.
chapter 1 is 77 pages,
Yeah.
but he breaks it into like Roman numeral
Segments,
sections.
yeah.
Once you get like 5 or 10 segments in, that book just flies through. Now, ending I was a little disappointed in
Mm.
because I thought the gunslinger and the man in black were gonna have this big battle, and they don't.
Yeah.
But there's some just wild twist. Like the guy meets this kid. Like spoiler.
I didn't.
But like the guy meets this kid, and you think he's gonna be like the companion all the way through the series. The man in black's like, leave the kid to die now, or you don't get the information you need to go do whatever you gotta do. And he literally, like, the kid's hanging from a bridge. He just jumps over the kid.
Duh.
Yeah.
Leaves kid to die.
After they spent like 3 legitimate chapters, like getting to know each other.
Preparing this. Jeez.
I was like, God damn. I mean, I read that chapter and then I have 1 chapter left, but it was like way too late at night, and like the whole next day I was like, I can't believe he just jumped over that fucking kid.
Jesus.
And just left him to die.
Golly.
And but yeah, no. Apparently that series is very good. It's like Western fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like got magic and stuff in it.
Okay.
But it's like a gunslinger.
Ooh.
And apparently I thought book 1 was very good, other than like I thought there was gonna be a big battle at the end. And they're saying book 1 is like the weakest of the series. So I'm like, if that's the weakest,
Then
yeah, like there's a box set I'm
we
about to
need
go
to
order.
roll.
Yeah. So yeah, the Gunslinger and the Dark Tower series in general. So you got your movie left.
Sweet. I was honestly about to say the Spider-Man Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse.
I was not.
Then
sure.
I started
A
to
few years
remember,
ago.
and it was at least 21,
Like 18,
maybe 20. It was not that.
18 or 19. I swear to God.
Into the Miles Morales.
Yes.
It was not 18.
It was pre-COVID.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Animation takes a long time, dude. I'm telling you. 18, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
2018?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, that hurts. That was.
Yeah.
That hurts my brain a little bit.
I think I might have been in Louisiana.
Huh?
I think I might have been in Louisiana.
No.
I think I might have been in Louisiana.
I cannot believe that was an 18.
Yeah.
That
It
feels
was like February 18th.
that feels like 2 years. Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other Spider-Man movie, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the
one
newest
that
Spider-Man.
The one that actually came out last
Tom
last year.
Holland
Yeah.
and
That's a good choice.
Doctor Strange and the rest of the fucking
Spider-Man.
yeah.
There's only
My
2 more. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. There we go. My
Yeah.
brain's fucking done.
Well, on that note, thing I'm looking forward to. I've been watching video. Like I don't know if it's the thing I'm looking forward to most this upcoming year, but right now it's the thing I'm looking forward to. February 7th, Hogwarts Legacy.
I am secretly like really excited for that.
Are you gonna somehow weasel your way into a PS5?
Yeah, because also Star Wars
So
Fallen Order
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
comes out and it only comes out on the 5, so there's gonna be a weasel of a
Yeah.
5's gonna show up in the house one
Yeah.
day. It's just gonna
You
show
should
up.
probably. I think it's either this. If you want to make the switch to Xbox, granted,
I'm not making a switch to Xbox.
okay. I was about to say. I think they have it's a fucked up thing, but they made like a lesser version. I think their true next gen upgrade is like Series X, right?
For the
Xbox. It's like Xbox Series
something
X.
like that, yeah.
And then they made a Series S, which is like
It's like an iPhone.
It's $300, but it's not like a complete upgrade. And apparently, video game like developer studios are very pissed off because the Xbox, if they want to put it on Xbox, it has to be compatible for Series S and X.
Right.
And so, literally, Series S is holding back games, like making games not as optimal
For next gen.
like they can't
Yeah.
they can't like go all out
Right.
for like PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series
Yeah.
X because it has to work for that, and it's not like a full on next gen
Update,
console.
yeah.
Yeah. But PlayStation exclusives don't have that problem. So.
Exactly, because they just go straight to the 5.
Yeah. So
And I'm pretty sure the Star Wars is No, it's not exclusive.
No.
It goes to Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just gonna be a 5 that shows up one day,
You're just not gonna
and
tell him.
it's just gonna show up.
Is it coming out of that? I'm not gonna say it because your dad listens to shit. Your father-in-law listens. That secret account being
there will be a 5 that just shows up in the house one day.
I don't know. I want some contest, man.
Yeah. Mine, it's a pretty easy cop out. My kid. I mean,
Oh, fuck
I can't,
you.
I can't.
Fuck
I can't
you.
not say my kid.
Fuck you. That's it. We don't know what we're reading next week yet. We'll let you know. Check the Instagram and all the socials. Fuck you. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.